name is Michael Arnold. I'm the plant manager here, so I'm in charge of all the facility operations. So wastewater would be any water that comes from toilets, sinks, garbage disposals, from car washes, restaurants, multifamily houses, and just about anything that has any used water. Used water, not clean water. Toilet paper, poop, and pee. It's the only things that should go down. Anything else should be disposed of in the trash. Kitchen, you should be putting, if you get a garbage disposal, you should be putting vegetables and things like that down there. Some people overuse their garbage disposals too. No grease should be put down your kitchen sink. That should be left on the counter to dry, emulsify, and then put in the trash as well. That grease causes havoc on the sewer system. It congeals in the sewer system and can cause blockages. And then things get congealed into that grease, rocks or other things that get down in there, that causes a big ball that won't let wastewater get by. And it ends up backing up in the line into people's houses. And then they say, what happened to the sewer system? And most times it's not in the main sewer system, it's in the lateral coming from the house to the sewer system. And then you have to tell people, we can't fix it, you have to hire somebody to fix your line. What they call disposable wipes. They are not disposable in any way. Anything could be disposable, anything could be flushed. He was asked me a question earlier about some of the weird things we find. We find those Happy Meal toys and Matchbox cars, and we found false teeth. The worst thing is those flushable wipes. You know, they seem harmless, they're only about this big. But what happens is they get into the sewer system and they get into a pump and they unwind, and they can turn into a long string that can be many feet long, and they wrap around the impeller of the pump, the inside of the working pump, and they can get to the point where they bind the pump up so much that the pump shuts down. And then we have a major emergency because one pump is shut down, we have no backup, and we have to send guys out in the middle of the night, and they have to pull the pump apart and try to get this thing unwound. And it's so thin that they have to get in there with their hands and pull this thing out, jack the pump up if they have to get this flushable wipe out, and it causes damage to the pump. If it's a mechanical seal pump, those mechanical seals can cost up to $5,000–$6,000. It's overtime. So there's so many things that causes damage because of a couple of cent flushable wipe. You flush your toilet or you run your sink, it goes down your system through a series of traps, so no sewer gases get in your house. It goes down your lateral into the sewer system. If you're on a road that has pumping stations, it goes into the wet well of the pump station and then pumped to the next pump station. Once it gets to a gravity section, it flows by gravity into the plant. From there it goes into a pump that pumps to the preliminary building of the treatment plant where screening is done. Heavy objects are screened, sticks, stones that might get in, anything that found its way into the system at that point. It could be balls of grease, it could be disposable wipes, along with what you expect to be in the sewer system. That's screened out. Then we have a grit removal, which is the sand and coffee grinds and eggshells that have been ground up, and that's to save the pumps, because that kind of gritty stuff can destroy the pumps and wear it down. So that's all screened out. Primary treatment will remove the heavy solids, what you would expect the heavy solids would be, the poop. Then it goes into the aeration system where the biological treatment happens. That's where the bacteria that's in human intestines and stuff like that is taken away. So our bacteria that we use here breaks down the bad bacteria. From there, the solids that are created there, the excess solids that we don't need, are removed from the system, and we measure how much solids that we do need to treat the incoming wastewater. So it's a balance. We know how much we need. The rest is taken out of the system and it goes into the compost dewatering and compost facility, which we get rid of. that's pretty much the path. And then obviously the water that's dewatered from the sludge is UV disinfected and pumped about 6.5 miles with our effluent pumps to Buzzards Bay.